All right. We are back here.
At the Rock Cave.
Song of the day. On location. It is a little chilly out. What are we at? Minus 12.
I think 11, 12?
Minus, yeah.
Yeah. And we
Sunny, though.
It is sunny. It is going to be balmy today. It's going to be a high of 12. The delay, of course, is because we're up here in the mountains, we take our time with things. So it is, well, what's today? It's Friday. It's OCTAAANE Friday. And who do we have as a guest here? We have Kathleen, we have Chris, and we have Rockin' Reggie to present our song of the day today. So I hope you're excited because we're excited because OCTAAANE Friday is always fun. We are going back to when, Kathleen?
We are going all the way back to 1978. What were you doing in 1978?
In 78, I was 10.
Okay.
So.
I was not quite 10.
Okay. How about you, Chris?
I was a little older than that.
How old were you, Chris, in February of 78?
So I would have been, let's see, 12.
Oh, see, that's not bad. And what happened on February 10th, 1978?
Well, we have Van Halen's first album.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
All right. That's a great album, is it not?
Sure is.
Yeah. All right.
It was named simply Van Halen and had that cool logo that looks like it should go on a badass car.
Right, and I had a picture of each of them in the corners, and when I saw those pictures, I was like, this is the most badass band I've ever seen, right? Like, this is devil music. This is going to be awesome, right?
It was hard rock for the time,
it
for
was.
sure. So that album ended up selling 10 million copies.
Nice.
And it took only 3 weeks for them to cut that. It was mostly recorded live. There were 11 tracks on it, and 5 of them,
half
almost, half-ish, became singles.
There you go. It was a huge record. It was a gigantic record. It was actually one of the biggest, highest charting debuts in rock history. And as I pointed out before, Van Halen records, once you got them on CD, you got to actually see how long they were or how short they were. So I'd put that CD in and it would say 34 minutes. And I'd be like, what? I just paid $15 for 34 minutes? It turns out all Van Halen records were like 34 minutes. And that's why they could put out records every single year, because they only had like 10 or 11 songs, and no song was longer than 3 minutes and 50 seconds. That's the longest song on the record. Ain't Talking About Love. There's not even one 4-minute song on there. And so that's how they could be so productive.
There were no stairways to heaven.
None. It would take
American
three
Pie.
of their songs to equal one of those. So we'll review Van Halen from Pasadena. The Van Halens are from Amsterdam. They move as kids in 1962 to California. They're a musical family. They meet David Lee Roth, who they rent some recording equipment from. He's from Indiana. He's growing up in Pasadena now. They meet Michael Anthony, who's a classmate of Ed's in a music class, and they form their band Mammoth. And then they change their name to Van Halen. And in 74, they get their first break. They're regulars on Sunset Strip at a club there, and then they end up going to the Whiskey A Go-Go. But at that first club, someone says to Gene Simmons of Kiss, you got to see this band live. He goes and checks them out and says, I dig these cats. I'm going to make a demo. Makes a 29-song demo called Zero. And his label was not interested and passed on them. That demo, Zero, was released by Gene Simmons after Eddie Van Halen died last year. So you can check that out. I'll put the link on there. But the Zero demos are on there, and there's a couple of tracks on there that were not released that could have been released. So you can check it out. Someone got Ted Templeton involved from Warner Brothers. Said, we know you're looking for a heavy guitar band. Here you go. And Ted Templeton loved them, signed them, and was their producer for all of their early records. Their first tour was with Journey and Montrose. Who remembers Montrose? Anyone? Who's the singer in Montrose, or who was playing in Montrose?
Sammy
Hagar. How about that for irony, right? Their first tour involved Montrose and Sammy Hagar. And then they toured with Sabbath later on. And then it was just off and running. And like I've said about this record, this was the heaviest music I had ever heard at the time when I was a freshman in high school. That's probably 8th grade or 9th grade. And of course, the older kids were listening to it. All the smokers in the smokers' lounge, they were listening to it. This was heavy stuff.
With
so
their Jordache jeans.
yes,
Yep.
well, right. And me with my loafers and my Izod shirt. Anyway, what are the tracks on this record? We got "Running with the Devil." Everyone remembers that one. That one used to play at the pool at Dartmouth when I would go swimming. Chris, you remember "Running with the Devil," right?
Absolutely. Basketball warm-ups, Running with the Devil.
There you go. "Eruption," of course, considered one of the greatest guitar solos of all time. "You Really Got Me," which was
Originally a Kinks song.
which you knew before the Van Halen song. I did not.
First introduced to that song through the Kinks.
And I did not find out it was a Kinks song till much later, and I was a little surprised. "Ain't Talking About Love," that's a great song. "I'm the One," that song does not get enough airplay. If you haven't played that one lately, that's a really, really good one. "Jamie's Crying," we all know that one. "Atomic Punk," "Feel Your Love," also another one that you don't hear very often. "Little Dreamer," that's the sleeper on there. If you haven't played "Little Dreamer" lately, that one's a really good one. How about "Ice Cream Man"? That's the one that showed you that David Lee Roth is just not a rocker. He's kind of, what is it? I don't know. It's kind of a funny song, right?
A crooner.
Yeah, a crooner, a crooner, a vaudeville
He's a
guy.
wacky dude.
Yeah, right. That's "Ice Cream Man," and then "On Fire," also a great song. So this was that's like our greatest hits right there. Every single one of those songs is good. So your mission today is to play the entire Van Halen 1 front to back. Tell me your stories on comments below about Van Halen debut. If you saw him in concert early, I want to hear about it. You know the drill. What's our song of the day? It's got to be "Running with the Devil," right? We didn't even talk about it ahead of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, we're running with the devil, and you're going to run with the devil. You're going to go running after this at -10.
It's going to feel like I'm running with the devil.
Right, you better
For
pretend
sure.
like you're being chased, because you're going to have to run really fast to try to warm up. All right, everyone, have a great day. It's OCTAAANE Friday. We're going to be doing shows for the next few days up here, so we're looking forward to it. And as usual, you can stay together.
Yeah.
I'll catch you on the flip side.